a 9-minute video. It's good programming.
I was watching you guys' other stuff. I was like, dang.
Southern Oregon is a hotbed for athletic competition. From youth sports to the pros, the region boasts representation at every level. Performances this past year of local standouts highlight this year's top awards. Recipients with impressive individual efforts, incredible seasons by players impacting a team's year, all highlight the level of excellence in Southern Oregon. Here now are the Mail Tribune's top 10 sports stories of 2019. Number 10, Brett Wolf. They say tradition never dies in athletic programs that win. A rich history at North Medford Black Tornado Baseball passed the baton from 25-year coach Brett Wolf, a former player himself. Another former player, Kerry Curtis, becomes the new skipper. Wolf, during his tenure, went 494, 198, and won, 12th all-time on the Oregon High School win list. That included 9 conference titles, 2 state championships in 2007 and 2014, and a runner-up trophy in the year 2000. Number 9, Sam Gaviglio. From the Ashland Grizzlies to the Oregon State Beavers, now Sam Gaviglio is on his 3rd Major League Baseball team. After starting in Seattle and Kansas City, Sam became a clutch reliever for the Toronto Blue Jays. His 95 innings this past season led all American League pitchers. Sam had a 4-2 record with a 4.16 ERA, appearing in 52 games. Number 8, Clara Hunsinger. At the U.S. Cyclocross National Championships in Lakewood, Washington, former Ashland Grizzly Clara Hunsinger defeated perennial champion Katie Compton and pulled off one of the biggest upsets in the sport's history. The former NCAA Division II champion finished the year strong, representing the USA in World Cup events in Belgium after winning the national title. Number 7, Dante Olson. A 2018 recipient, Dante Olson returns to the top 10 again this year, as he continues to shine on the national college football stage with the Montana Grizzlies. The former Cascade Christian Challenger led the entire NCAA with 179 tackles, 597 for his career at Montana, and he was selected for the Buck Buchanan Award as the nation's best defensive player. He was also selected for the East-West Shrine Bowl. Number 6, Nate Biddle. Setting records at the OSAA 5A State Basketball Tournament and participating in the USA basketball camps and tryouts can only help your recruiting stock. Crater Comet Nate Biddle set all-time state records with 21 block shots in 3 games. He set a 5A record with 33 field goals and 43 rebounds to tie the record, all while averaging 28.3 points a game, helping his Comets to take home the 5A 4th place hardware. Number 5, Crater Football. When a high school football team goes 11-2, it's considered a pretty good season. Unfortunately, the Crater Comets' 2 losses came to the same team, the Thurston Colts. First loss was in conference play. The other was in the OSAA 5A State Championship. The season was highlighted by 6 shutouts by a stingy defense and outscoring 3 playoff opponents 128-24 to reach the 5A final. The Comets featured 4 All-State players on offense and 3 All-State players on defense. It was the best year in Crater football history. Number 4, Seth Brown. Baseball players dream of making it to the show, and it can take years in the minors, but when you get your chance, you want to debut like former North Medford Black Tornado Seth Brown did. Against the Royals, Brown had 2 clutch singles and drove in a run in his first major league game. He went on to play in 26 games with a .293 batting average. He drove in 13 RBIs, had 2 triples, both in the same game, 8 doubles, and scored 11 runs. Brown set an Oakland A's franchise record, recording 10 hits in his first 5 games. That included 7 straight hits in one stretch. Number 3. Esperanza Morales. In the long history of the Pear Blossom Run, there have been some fantastic performances. None as impressive, perhaps, as the most recent 10-mile women's race. In only her second 10-mile attempt, Esperanza Morales of Klamath Falls took the tape with a time of 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 24 seconds, winning by a 2-minute margin. With talent on her side, she has a vision of running on the Olympics soon. Time also works on her favor. Esperanza Morales is only 10 years old. Number 2. SOU Softball. On the national scene, the SOU women's softball team had a historic year. The NAIA national title didn't come easy. Several weather delays kept fans on the edge of their seats for over 8 hours. Finally, the Raiders got the 8-3 win over perennial champion Oklahoma City. Former Eagle Point Eagle Paige Leeper was clutch with a grand slam that made the difference in the game. NAIA Pitcher of the Year Gabby Sandoval, who went on to 36-4 on the season, only gave up 7 hits and 1 earned run in the victory. Postseason awards were plenty as well. Allie Steins and Gabby Sandoval both were first-team All-Americans. World Series MVP Lauren Quirky was second team. Head coach Jessica Pistoli was NAIA Coach of the Year. It was the greatest year in SOU softball history. Number 1. E.J. Holland. All-American honors were just part of the amazing year for second-year top 10 recipient E.J. Holland. Regional and national meets and record-shattering times garnered Holland much-deserved accolades. The former Ashland Grizzly, now Oregon Duck, was the only 2019 top 10 unanimous vote-getter. He took 6th place at the Nationals and set records in both seasons, track and cross-country. He broke his own record several times along the long and winding road. Among his awards included being chosen for the All-USA Boys Track and Field team from USA Today High School Sports and Track and Field News. While winning his 2nd state cross-country title, he also led his Ashland Grizzlies to their first team title in 26 years. Congratulations to the 2019 Top 10 Award recipient, E.J. Holland. The 9-member selection committee had another tough time narrowing down the 2019 Mail Tribune Top 10 stories. Spectacular individual efforts, incredible seasons by players impacting a team's year, and dominating performances of local standouts highlighted this year's recipients. Congratulations to all the nominees and recipients of the 2019 Mail Tribune Top 10 Stories of the Year.
standing on the shoulders of giants. You know, Greg Jones and Brian Shotun, and you know, the park system would not be what it is if it wasn't for Greg Jones. And he did a lot of things during his time as the director that not a lot of people maybe noticed out in the community at the time, but they were visionary.
We got to know Greg rather well because our paths converged over the years. And when you consider that we didn't have as many field complexes to work with as we do now, it was a frequent crossing of paths at places like Orchard Hill, where on a typical night there were 7 to 11 teams training.
Well, you know, I first met Greg back in '89 when I was looking at the police department here, and didn't have any idea that I'd later be on the city council and end up working with him.
One of our board members, Steve Chrysler, came to me and said, hey, I got a great idea. We could build 3 or 4 soccer fields on what's now a pear orchard next to Fichtner Mainwaring Park. I wouldn't have survived, and I don't know if the soccer fields would have even been built if it weren't for Greg Jones. He really made it happen.
Yeah, actually Greg hired me for my job here in Medford. Good hire. Yeah, it was very exciting. I really enjoyed working here. In fact, I ended up here for 32 years, and about my first 20 approximately was with Greg, and you couldn't have asked for a better guy to work for.
I went over to talk to Greg to see if he wouldn't mind partnering with the Medford Parks and Recreation and the YMCA in offering a youth basketball program. We would provide the volunteers and the administration of the program, and he would help us secure the school district facilities for our youth on weekends. And it worked out great.
There was a lot of cooperation over the years to get additional facilities built, and I know that Greg was a key part of that.
He educated me about things like backflow valves and building parking lots. And then he calmed me down after I found out what the cost of backflow valves and parking lots would be. You know, he just kind of had this don't worry, we can get it done kind of attitude. And, you know, because he was there, we did get it done.
There's a lot of undeveloped parkland that in the city's inventory that came in during his time as a director that in subsequent years have been developed into parks.
The Wall of Remembrance, which is a combined project with Winter Spring that you know, Greg helped facilitate. And the other one, of course, is what we now know as the Sports Park. And that was a concept that he had and convinced a bunch of us on the council that that was really a good idea for the youth of the community. And it turned out to be a huge economic driver as well.
School park partnership, where the Medford Parks and Recreation Department would help the schools in developing some of their school grounds for youth sports and whatnot, and then they would allow us to use those after school and on weekends for adult usage.
He had the ability to, and it was knowledgeable enough about governmental systems and processes that he anticipated where the growth was, where the parkland needs were, and it had the resources and the moxie to make things happen for the future.
I kind of remember a comment he made one meeting where he talked about the issues of involving kids in organized sports activities in a healthy, productive way, and they were about 7 times less likely to be involved in aberrant activities. And I think Greg took that to heart and zealously worked towards it.
Absolutely, yeah. He was a Parks and Rec person too, growing up, and you know, in his college days and stuff. So yeah, he had a real insight of what needed to be done and how to do it right the first time.
And he had to deal with all the headaches associated with it too. And it wasn't always easy for Greg, but he was a good negotiator. Always positive. He never stepped on anybody's toes, and he got things done.
We received preferential treatment, but I had a sense and a knowledge that every youth program and every program that served the needs of Medford, participants in the activities provided by the Parks and Rec, all received the same treatment. So on behalf of myself and the club and all the people I've worked with, congratulations, Greg Jones. You are truly, truly appreciated.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team, I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Rock Sports would like to thank you fans for watching tonight and for your great comments on our new YouTube-based Lithia Superstore Game Center. Located on the homepage of our website, you can watch multiple streams live or go full screen with your favorite team's game. One way to help us keep this great service going is by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Just type Table Rock Sports in the search bar and click on the red subscribe button. You'll be entered to win prizes and get notices on local sporting events before they go live. You help us with a click, we'll help keep you in the game when you can't be there live, and you'll have a chance to win crispy, crunchy chicken and 2020 game tickets to an Oregon College event. Subscribe today.
Hello, I'm Lennox Scott, Chairman and CEO of John O. Scott Real Estate. In 1931, my grandfather started John O. Scott Real Estate. I would like to take a moment to thank you for your trust in allowing us to serve your real estate needs. Helping you realize your home ownership dreams is why we do what we do. But one thing is clear, it takes place one client at a time, each individual buyer or seller, because at the end of the day, it comes down to you. The past few years have been an incredible time of growth for us. We now have over 110 offices and more than 3,000 broker associates in the states of Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and California. But our higher purpose is living life as a contribution.
There.
Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live video streaming event of Table Rock Sports. I'm Debbie DeSoto, coming with you, and hope you're enjoying tonight's game. We're coming to you from North Medford High School. Thanks for joining us today. Welcome to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Today featuring 7-0 South Eugene Axe under Dave Hancock, taking on North Medford and seeing what they can do. They are 12-9 overall, and this is some playoff position jockeying tonight. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with the Medford School District and our participating community business partners. Be sure to download the new version of our free app and watch all the Table Rock Sports Network events on your phone, tablet, PC, or anywhere you connect, and it's all for free. We also invite fans to check out all the features on our TableRockSports.net website, where you can find easy access to live streaming events, Southern Oregon Sports Spotlight, and our new feature, the Alumni Watch. Coming up in just a minute, we'll have the Bills Glass Coaches Corner, and Bills Glass has been providing that service for us for a long time. The Coaches Corner brought to you by them, and they're proud to be a sponsor of high school athletics. They're locally owned, family run, and they're Bills Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. When we come back, we'll hear from our coaches, Hancock and Plankenhorn, on what they expect tonight. Stay with us. We'll be back right after this.
Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward Program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Yeah, 7-0 in conference. And welcome to the Bills Glass Coaches Corner here on Table Rock Sports, here with Dave Hancock. Now, I know you like where you're sitting, but what's it like having that crosshatch on you that people are wanting you? 7-0 in conference, does it matter?
Not really for us. I mean, we're more about ourselves and where we're at. And, we're playing a good team tonight on the road. That means a lot to us because of the RPI thing. We're kind of hovered in 11. We're stuck there. And this is our last road game, so we probably have more on the line tonight than North Medford.
So now coming into tonight, you guys 7-0, 18-4 overall. Like you said, you want to hit that top 8, so you're guaranteed to be at home, number one. But here against North Medford, the court's a little bigger than Cooch's Court. Is there any intangibles that you just can't coach that may come into play?
Well, I don't know if the court's bigger here. I know that we have one of the only full-size courts for high school in Oregon at Cooch's Court, but not really. I mean, look, Scott does a great job with his team. They're always ready to play, and they'll play hard, and we know that, and we're looking forward to it. So it'll be a fun game.
So now you got a couple guys in the top scoring bracket in the top 10 in conference, and I mean, are you seeing the position, the ball movement? I mean, are you where you want to be at this stage? Are there still things to develop, or are you just coaching like let's just do what we do?
No, I mean, our strength all year is that we have 4 guys that average double figures, and I mean that's been our strength all year. And I think that, none of our guys, now and then you might have a breakout game of 30 points, but usually that's at the expense of one of our other 4 not getting their double figures. So, tonight we don't go into the game really with any, we're going to get the ball to this guy or that guy. I mean, we just play. We play a Nova offense where it's really pretty much ball share and, hopefully not turn it over and, try to get it up on the glass and go rebound it. That's pretty simple philosophy.
So now these guys that you've got now, I've been talking to you for years, going back, and do you see a difference in players today than you did 10, 15 years ago? Is it a different style, different mentality?
Well, I think they've grown up in a different time. There's a lot more AAU influence these days than there was even, say, 15 years ago. And that's kind of even changed the style of coaches. Instead of beating your head against it, and you don't have as much structured stuff. You run a lot more what they call, what we call Nova, and I'm sure Coach Wright would agree with me being unstructured, but it's structured, but it allows them to play a little bit. And these players, they all want to play, and the problem is, I just think that they just don't understand the game as much as the older players. They don't understand time and possession. They don't know how to shorten a game when you're ahead late in the game and use the ball for a minute and take a minute off the game, that kind of stuff. They just don't recognize that as much. Everything is I got to score as fast as I can score.
Yeah, they're Kobe guys, not Michael guys.
Yeah. Well, they're certainly not John Stockton guys, guys that understand just the nuances and how the game's played. And, they're very talented. There's no question they're talented players. But, back in my day, if I had more turnovers in a game than I had assists, well, I wouldn't play a lot, I'd be on the bench. Yeah.
When I started broadcasting, it was at Fresno State, and I used to do Boyd Grant against Jerry Tarkanian games. And you're talking 47-45 finals.
Yeah. In the old Ralph Miller days of Oregon State, and, just ball possession and basic two-hand passes. John Wooden made a living out of it. Just not doing fancy things, and, you don't go behind the back unless you had to. And, so I know times change, and so old coaches have to change too and kind of go with the flow. And that's just probably been, if there's an area that we got to really just get better at, it's just taking care of the basketball a lot better than we do. It's amazing we won 18 games because we're averaging probably 15 to 16 turnovers a game. So,
And how do you coach that out of them?
I tell you, if you figure it out, give me an email or something, because I'll be happy to look at any advice. It's just part of the game, and if you go watch AAU basketball, it's part of the game. That's just what you see.
All right, so there you have it from Dave Hancock as we're counting down to tip-off here on Table Rock Sports. We'll be back in just a minute, right after this.
Let's go! At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
The Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery provide professional, personal, and compassionate care for their patients. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls practice the full scope of services, from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and much more. For more information or to schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781.
We think in our stores that we have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got Grand Champion, and today I got Reserve Grand Champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility. The program wouldn't be how it is today if we didn't have people like Sherb coming out and supporting us.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team, I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Welcome to the Bills Glass Coaches Corner here on TableRockSports.net. Debbie DeSoto along with Scott Plankenhorn. Big game tonight. You've got the top-seeded conference coming in here with the Axe from South Eugene, Dave Hancock, coming in 7-0 in conference play, 18-4 overall. But all that stuff is, it's looming, it's out there, but that's not really what's happening on the 90 feet. What's going to happen on that 90 feet tonight?
We're going to have to play really, really good to beat them there. All that stuff you just said is for a reason. 18-4. And the losses are to Churchill, who's number 1, 5A, and might be the class of the state, Clackamas, and a couple other pretty good teams. So they haven't lost anybody that's mediocre. So if you come in and play mediocre, you have no chance. So it's going to take one of our best. We had a pretty good game with Sheldon. We just let it slip away and cost us a really big chance tonight to have a chance for a title with these guys. But now we have to put a must-win on this one and give them a loss and then get some help from somewhere to get something else going. So it's going to take a special one. Our kids are going to have to step up. We're going to have to defend really well. They love to space the floor. They're really good on one-on-one, and they got a lot of guys that can put it in the basket, which makes it difficult because you can't leave people. So you're really predicated on can you guard your guy one-on-one and play, and then be some help with some space, but at the same time be able to get back to the guys that can shoot it and drive it and do all those other things. So they're a chore. We relish those ones, though. That's why you come here to play. You don't come to play bad teams. You come play the best ones and put your foot forward, and hopefully it's the best.
Well, you're a man defense kind of guy, so, you've got to be loving this.
Yeah, it's going to be a chore for our guys. Like I said, we might have to throw some other stuff out there because it's a difficult guard to got these guys. Harris is he's special point guard. He can really shoot it from anywhere, off any kind of dribble, off catch. Makes that difficult because, certain kids usually don't have that, but he has both. He can catch off a shot off the pass, or he can put it on the floor and step back and get mid-range. He can get to the hoop. He can get the three ball, and he can get it from range. So he's difficult, and the Paul is just super athletic at 6'4". So they have a really nice team, and then you add in a 6'8" kid that can go get rebounds and post you if you don't be aware of him. So it's difficult. Our defense will have to be special, and then our offense just has to match and be as special as we know we can. We can shoot it with the best of anybody when we show up those nights. We have lots of guys that can shoot it from three, and we're going to need one of those tonight.
So tonight, and then you got two more after this against North-South Tuesday, and then finish out the regular season. But coming down the home stretch, what's improved that you really like for this team going forward that you like?
I think our offense is getting better as we come along. I really do. I think we're shooting it better. I think we're a little harder to guard. Obviously Jets get a lot of attention, but there's other guys stepping up and doing really well. I think our bench gives us some stuff as Brennan and Trey and Robustelli and Sherborne come off and give us different things. And Stoltz and Neff really can shoot it. In fact, they're our two best three-point shooters, and they're coming off the bench. So percentage-wise, that's something different when you throw those guys out. They have to be aware that we might actually get a little bit better from the perimeter. So we got to get attacking. Landon's got to get downhill. Jet's got to do his thing. We got to get Dyer going. He's got to get to the boards. He's got to keep the big kid off, and then he's got to be more active. He hasn't scored in a while. He was having 8 points a game leading into the league. So we just need everybody to play their best. It's what it is. They're 7-0 and 18-4. If you don't bring your best to the table, you're probably going out with that one you don't want, and that's an L.
So now, is this game going to be decided at the three-point line?
It could be. I know we're going to have to make some, and that's the games we have shot well. We've had chances to win or won the game. When we don't shoot it well, we haven't been able to get the games, and that was against Sheldon. Believe it or not, we had the game won, and we just didn't get it done, but we didn't shoot very good. We're 36% or something, and those are the games we've struggled because we just don't guard the greatest to get over the hump against those games where we don't shoot it well. So we need games where we can shoot it well and hit it from three and open up some driving lanes and let our guys that like to slash get going with like Jet and Landon and a couple other guys. But if we're not hitting threes, there's no reason to go out and guard us. So that makes those slashing lanes a little bit more difficult.
Well, there you have it, the strategy for tonight. These last three games, critical, trying to get some playoff seeding positions going. We'll have tip-off coming up in just a minute here on Table Rock Sports.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed and look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.oregon.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
And we welcome you back. Thanks for being with us here. We just heard from Scott Plankenhorn. Thank you to him for being with us here on the TableRockSports.net broadcast. And I'm here with Colton Treadway. We've got a good game coming our way tonight. Two very good teams, very well-coached teams by a couple of professionals. Been doing it quite a long time. As we start counting down, here in a couple minutes, we'll have our player introductions and all of that. But we'll take a quick break. We'll be back right after this. Stay with us here on Table Rock Sports.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lithia who made it all possible, Carlos. Hey, Carlos. Hey, Carlos. You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 40 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland and Medford, and now Bill's Glass in Grants Pass.
All right, let's send it down courtside to Greg Roberts. Give us the introductions.
We ask you to join us in accepting for tonight's event. Spectators, you are asked to be courteous and positive role models to those sitting around you. Any spectator removed from this event may be banned from attending future North Metro High School activities. Artificial noise makers, negative comments and cheers, and signs larger than 8.5 by 11 are prohibited by the OSAA. North Medford High School Southwest Conference and the OSAA take great pride in providing opportunities for all athletes to participate in a healthy and safe environment. Please applaud good effort by both teams, keep it positive, and enjoy tonight's contest. And now, would you please stand and remove your hats for the pledge of our national anthem.
Music right there. National anthem being played by the North Medford Band. Start off with South Eugene introductions.
Your starting lineup tonight beginning with South Eugene. Wearing number 11, Sam Harris.
that isn't pomp and circumstance, I'm not sure what is, but let's get to playing some basketball here as we get ready to go. Deputy Soto along with Colton Treadway, as we talked about the starting lineup for the Black Tornado as they come into tonight. Landon Ellis, Jake Carpenter, Nick Carrick, and all of them doing a great job coming at us here. Thanks for being with us. Get started now. Carpenter stepping in. Going to be jumping against Aiden Clark. And we'll be underway. South Eugene gets first possession. Starting to get the ball movement going already around the corner. Clark gets it back in there. Clark gets the first bucket for South Eugene, gets the scoring going, just underway. That was a nice one there, 3 points. Landon Ellis with the takeaway. Here he comes, backs it out, kicks it out. Carrick looks for the three, not there, over to Barrasco. Barrasco Bernal gets it around, looking for Carpenter. Coming back out. Good defense being played on the outside. Josh Paul out there on Landon. Takes the screen, going to try to drive and float it, loses the ball control, gets it right back, puts it up, doesn't get the roll, and the rebound underneath by Clark. Boy, he's tall, he's going to be tough tonight. 6'8". And get a little stutter step there. And the ball comes inbounds to Landon Ellis as the Black Tornado lead it 3-2 here in the early going. Glad you could be with us here on Table Rock Sports. I see Andy's here from the Mail Tribune, so check that out. We'll have pictures in tomorrow's Mail Tribune. I'm sure Joe Brett will be along. We'll have all the highlights tonight on Friday Night Fast Breaks. Dyer trying to get it back around. Carpenter out there and open. Good swarming defense by the Axe. Paul out there covering the switch. Carrick floats it up, doesn't get it, and the rebound comes away. They get it down. There's the layup opportunity. Reverse and in. Nicely done. As Botcher gets his first bucket. 4-3 Axe here, just under 6 minutes to go. Bernal now trying to find a lane, kicks it back out, swatted away. Very active hands there, knocking the ball out. Tries to drive it, gets the roll. Botcher gets another one. 6-3, North Medford trailing with the ball. Carpenter tries to take it down. Floats it up high, doesn't get it, but he draws the foul. That one's going. Betcher's going to take the foul, his first, second team foul. Oh, and he doesn't get the roll. Gets that one. Cuts it to a 2-point deficit as Carpenter is on the board with a free throw. Steps back, doesn't get the shot. Josh Paul, left-handed shot off the rim, no good. Boy, they've got some reach out there. Some tall, long arms, and the outlet to Ellis as they come back the other way. Drives, floats it up high off the backboard. Josh Paul, no, not Josh Paul, didn't come down with that. That was Bryant. Josh Paul with the 2 bucket. 8-4, Axe with the lead. Carrick gets the trap, gets it away to Carpenter, gets it back around the outside. They bring it down now. Oh, he tries to go up the lane and it'll stay. No, it'll turn around and go the other way. So now they bring it down the court. Get it to Clark. And they turn it over. And so we talked with that in the Bills Glass Coaches Corner with Coach Hancock and with Coach Blankenhorn. It's a matter of this kind of a game, turnovers will be critical. As we're just under the 4-minute mark here, 8-4, Axe with the lead, Tornado with the ball. Coming around, looking down, they got to try to get it to Dyer. Carrick, oh, not that far away, he can't make that. Rebound there being made by Jared Bryant. Down low. Defense being played. It'll stay with South Eugene. .342 to go here in the first period. Table Rock Sports bringing you to this presentation. John L. Scott scoreboard. 8-4, South Eugene with the lead. Carpenter to try a three. Off the rim, no good. Couple South Eugene hands go up for it. As they bring it down, Clark comes around. And Botcher comes down. They get it to Clark. 6'8" senior. They've had some good ones in the past. Spencer Coleman probably stands out in my mind as one of the best to come out of South Eugene. Oh, turnover there. Bad pass connection. Ellis comes down. He gets it to Dyer coming down the corner. Back out. Bernal cross courts it. Carrick started to fake the three. Decides to drive. Kicks it out. Carpenter. Off the rim, no good. Carpenter yet to find his shot. Dyer fights his way back low. Puts it up and has it just snuffed. It gets hit in the eye. Brennan Stoltz getting ready to come in for the Black Tornado. 8-4, Axe lead it. 2 team fouls for South Eugene. None for North yet. Here comes Carrick dribbling down, tries to put it up. Gets blocked, no foul. Got to hustle back. And not the shot that they wanted, didn't go. Attempt was made there that time by Sam Harris. Here comes Bernal, kicks it back. Carpenter kicks it out. We got bodies falling all over the place. And we're going to have a timeout here. As Botcher's second, third team foul. Dyer sinks it. Trayson Neff comes in the game. Dyer at the line now, trying his second shot. And it's off the rim, no good. South Eugene comes up with the rebound. Josh Paul that time. And the ball goes off, turns over to the Black Tornado. Stoltz comes in, replacing Dyer. Stoltz, who just recently signed to continue his football career in college. Congratulations to him. Moving the ball now, Neff. Tipping it. Carpenter fights for it back. All kinds of arms all over. Black Tornado kind of sitting there complaining while the play is moving down court. Stoltz trying to get away out of the block. Looking for the cutter, not there. They get it over to Carrick on the left side. Carpenter will try a three. In. So a nice shot by Carpenter, cuts it to a 2-point lead. Carpenter, one-on-one. Doesn't get the foul, doesn't get the basket, doesn't get anybody to help him up off the court. Sometimes it goes like that. Just like that. That one rolled around the other way. 30 seconds to go. 10-8 with a chance for North Medford to tie it up here to end the period or go ahead on a three-pointer. Haven't seen many of those yet. North has some good three-point shooters in the game right now. Stoltz one of them, Neff the other. Bernal now holding it, 10 seconds. Got to make a move, got to take a screen. Going to make the move up, looking for the cut. Not there, 5 seconds. They get it away. He's going to float it up. He doesn't get the roll, and that's the way as we come to the end of the first. It is going to be 10-8. We're going to take a quick break. We'd like to thank you for being with us here as we move along on the game tonight. Take a look on the John L. Scott scoreboard, and there it is, the end of the first. It is South Eugene 10, North Medford 8. We'll be back right after this. Stay with us, folks. Glad to have you with us tonight.
At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
The Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery provide professional, personal, and compassionate care for their patients. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls practice the full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and much more. For more information or to schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781.
We think in our stores that we have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing...
Back to live action at the end of the first as we head into the second. Glad to have you with us here on Table Rock Sports. Deputy Soto, Colton Treadway bringing you the game tonight. It's a dandy. We expected it. Marcus Ellis with the turnaround, gets it to Stoltz. Lays it up and in. Brennan Stoltz. Made that one like a quarterback. No good there. Dyer with the rebound. North Medford trying to push it. All tied up here. Under 8 minutes to go in the half. Landon Ellis with a beautiful move. Look at that drive right there. Nice way to touch the ball and just make it count. That's some hustle right there by Josh Paul, I'll tell you. All tied at 12. Stoltz driving, takes it in, gets the lay-in. That's some hustle right there. So again, Stoltz comes off the bench, 6th man, and starts producing. Last time it was long range, this time it's inside. Back door, doesn't quite go. Tried to go to Josh Paul. Took a little bit of too many steps there. Black Tornado will inbound off the baseline. And they're going to bring back into the game for South Eugene. This time going to come back in is Bryce Botcher. The seniors, Botcher coming back in, 6'2". The senior. Ellis. Oh, Ellis, look at that little shot. That one was amazing. Ellis with 4 points on the night, none more impressive than that. That was a dipsy and a doodle and around the horn too. He steps up to the line with a 3-point opportunity here. Going to be short. They get the outlet there. Outlet pass goes out, coming down court. It's going to be Sam Harris with the ball, picked up by Ellis. Stultz stick it on Botcher. They switch over. Brought Robustelli in the game now. Little jumper, little spin on the ball. Doesn't get the shot, but he'll draw the foul. Only the first team foul for the Black Tornado. They lead it 16-12. .5:32 to go here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we'll have the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime report. You can visit playmedford.com, check all their stuff out. In and out, no good. Stultz with the rebound. North doing a good job on the rebounding side. Ellis again with the moves. He's got the moves like Jagger. Hancock says, we got to figure this one out. They're going to take a break. We will too. We'll capture that replay for you. You'll see it tonight on Fast Breaks. Right now, let's take a quick break of our own, and we will check out this spot. Stay with us.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
And we welcome you back. The band plays their little riff there during the break. North Medford with a 6-point lead, their largest of the night. But don't sit back on your laurels there, not against Dave Hancock. As they get things moving here. That one's going to go against Dyer. His first of the night. Only the second team foul for the Black Tornado on the broadcast. Whoo, that went off no good. And they come back down with it. They kick it back out. Harris tries to drive around the screen, tries to get it back door. Boy, they're quick at that. They move around, that's for sure. Gets the roll and gets the shot. Nice job by Josh Paul. For Josh, that's his 6th point of the night. 18-14 the score. Ellis kicks it out. Stultz passes over. Dyer back to Stultz. He shoots from the top of the key. Oh, it's not going to go. Dyer saves it back. Stultz back in. Carpenter into Dyer. Puts it up and in. That is one worth seeing again tonight. I'll tell you that. Steal by Carpenter. Here he comes. He's got Neff in the corner. Takes it himself for the bucket. Carpenter, 5 on the night. 3:30 to go here in the half. Deputy Soto along with Colton Treadway from North Medford High School coming to you. Going to be feeding the student section with some crispy, crunchy chicken from My Circle K. It's pretty good. We had some ourselves. Grateful for their sponsorship, and I know the student section is. They love their crispy, crunchy chicken fingers. Missed shot there. Here comes South Eugene back the other way. Harris kicks it down. Bocher. In, out, no good, but hustle by the Axe to get the rebound. Kick it to Harris with the jumper. Floater, no good, and Dyer with the rebound. Outlet to Carpenter. He'll take a three and make it. And Dave wants a little break in that. We're going to take a look at some replays here. We're going to show you a couple things that were just pretty darn nice as they come down. Here comes Jet Carpenter. There you see him. Yes, sir, Bob. And he just sinks it down. South Eugene says, we need a timeout. Right before that, we had some nice play going on too as well as we come back, and you'll see another little fast break off the rebound. Watch this. They come back down. Rebound comes up. They get it out. Carpenter comes down, just starts going down court. Says, okay, I'll just throw it up and I'll take it in myself. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming tonight. That's Carpenter. That's what he does. Well, we want to thank everybody for coming tonight here in person and also coming tonight on air to watch it. You know, because of the people on air that help us do this, that make it free to you, people like the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, they've got offices all over the place. They've got them in Medford. They've got them also in Klamath Falls and in Grants Pass. Be sure to check them out. They're great people. Dr. Raj, I've known him for years. His associates, Clevenger, and also Savage. They're great people. They can help you out. Carpenter, not so hot this time, but Dyer almost had the rebound. Got away, though. Josh Paul comes back with it. Oh, he lost the dribble with the left hand and throws it out of bounds. So North Medford right now with a 9-point lead, 25-14. Dave Hancock not too worried about it at this point. You know, he's saying home court momentum. Ellis brings it to the half court. He's picked up there. And they move the ball around the side. They get it back out to Bernal. Bernal looking for a lane, not there. Ellis is saying go back the other way. They get it to Dyer. He wants to try the long shot. No, he's going to drive against the big man in the corner. Carpenter again. Yes! Jed Carpenter with another tray. You just can't stop that kind of shot. With that, makes it 28. As we're under 2 minutes to play here in the half, 28-14. Boucher on Ellis. There's a takeaway. Okay, so Butcher's going to take that foul. That's going to be his third. So now a minute 26, 28-14. Coach is telling them, all right, let's run a play. Let's take as much of this as we can and going with a nice little lead at halftime here. Coming up at the half, we'll have to play Medford.com halftime report. Backdoor, yes, and Carpenter is just on a tear. He's got 10 just here in the second period. Leading scorer, Josh Paul kicks it back. Harris drives baseline, fadeaway jumper, not there. And they get it back, though. Great job there by Bryant. Gets the point. They kick it around the outside now. Under a minute to go here in the half. Bernal picked up on the perimeter, looking for the cutter. Lots of room in the lane. Nobody going there, though. They're all on the outside. Look at all that room in the lane. So now they're calling the switch. Here they come. Ellis backs it out. Moves it around. Somebody's got to take it down now. Carpenter still wants another three. Ellis looks. They got Sherborne in there down in the corner. Carpenter kicks it out. And it's not going to go. And that's the way it's going to end. As we take a break, time runs out. It is halftime. Thanks for being with us here. And we'll take a break on the John L. Scott scoreboard as we take a look. It is North Medford leading 30-16, a 14-point lead at halftime. Well, we have an opportunity to show you a really special thing that we put together for the Southern Oregon Sports Commission banquet. It's the Mail Tribune's Top 10 Stories of 2019. We'll be back after this. Southern Oregon is a hotbed for athletic competition. From youth sports to the pros, the region boasts representation at every level. Performances this past year of local standouts highlight this year's top awards. Recipients with impressive individual efforts, incredible seasons by players impacting a team's year, all highlight the level of excellence in Southern Oregon. Here now are the Mail Tribune's top 10 sports stories of 2019. Number 10, Brett Wolf. They say tradition never dies in athletic programs that win. A rich history at North Medford Black Tornado Baseball passed the baton from 25-year coach Brett Wolf, a former player himself. Another former player, Kerry Curtis, becomes the new skipper. Wolf, during his tenure, went 494, 198, and won, 12th all-time on the Oregon High School win list. That included 9 conference titles, 2 state championships in 2007 and 2014, and a runner-up trophy in the year 2000. Number 9, Sam Gaviglio. From the Ashland Grizzlies to the Oregon State Beavers, now Sam Gaviglio is on his 3rd Major League Baseball team. After starting in Seattle and Kansas City, Sam became a clutch reliever for the Toronto Blue Jays. His 95 innings this past season led all American League pitchers. Sam had a 4-2 record with a 4.16 ERA, appearing in 52 games. Number 8, Clara Hunsinger. At the U.S. Cyclocross National Championships in Lakewood, Washington, former Ashland Grizzly Clara Hunsinger defeated perennial champion Katie Compton and pulled off one of the biggest upsets in the sport's history. The former NCAA Division II champion finished the year strong, representing the USA in World Cup events in Belgium after winning the national title. Number 7, Dante Olson. A 2018 recipient, Dante Olson returns to the top 10 again this year, as he continues to shine on the National College Football stage with the Montana Grizzlies. The former Cascade Christian Challenger led the entire NCAA with 179 tackles, 597 for his career at Montana, and he was selected for the Buck Buchanan Award as the nation's best defensive player. He was also selected for the East-West Shrine Bowl. Number 6, Nate Biddle. Setting records at the OSAA 5A State Basketball Tournament and participating in the USA basketball camps and tryouts can only help your recruiting stock. Crater Comet Nate Biddle set all-time state records with 21 block shots in 3 games. He set a 5A record with 33 field goals and 43 rebounds to tie the record, all while averaging 28.3 points a game, helping his Comets to take home the 5A 4th place hardware. Number 5, Crater Football. When a high school football team goes 11-2, it's considered a pretty good season. Unfortunately, the Crater Comets' 2 losses came to the same team, the Thurston Colts. First loss was in conference play. The other was in the OSAA 5A State Championship. The season was highlighted by 6 shutouts by a stingy defense and outscoring 3 playoff opponents 128-24 to reach the 5A final. The Comets featured 4 All-State players on offense and 3 All-State players on defense. It was the best year in Crater football history. Number 4, Seth Brown. Baseball players dream of making it to the show, and it can take years in the minors, but when you get your chance, you want to debut like former North Medford Black Tornado Seth Brown did. Against the Royals, Brown had 2 clutch singles and drove in a run in his first major league game. He went on to play in 26 games with a .293 batting average. He drove in 13 RBIs, had 2 triples, both in the same game, 8 doubles, and scored 11 runs. Brown set an Oakland A's franchise record, recording 10 hits in his first 5 games. That included 7 straight hits in one stretch. Number 3, Esperanza Morales. In the long history of the Pear Blossom Run, there have been some fantastic performances. None as impressive, perhaps, as the most recent 10-mile women's race. In only her second 10-mile attempt, Esperanza Morales of Klamath Falls took the tape with a time of 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 24 seconds, winning by a 2-minute margin. With talent on her side, she has a vision of running on the Olympics soon. Time also works on her favor. Esperanza Morales is only 10 years old. Number 2, SOU Softball. On the national scene, the SOU women's softball team had a historic year. The NAIA national title didn't come easy. Several weather delays kept fans on the edge of their seats for over 8 hours. Finally, the Raiders got the 8-3 win over perennial champion Oklahoma City. Former Eagle Point Eagle Paige Leeper was clutch with a grand slam that made the difference in the game. NAIA Pitcher of the Year Gabby Sandoval, who went on to 36-4 on the season, only gave up 7 hits and 1 earned run in the victory. Postseason awards were plenty as well. Allie Steins and Gabby Sandoval both were first-team All-Americans. World Series MVP Lauren Quirky was second team. Head coach Jessica Pistoli was NAIA Coach of the Year. It was the greatest year in SOU softball history. Number 1, E.J. Holland. All-American honors were just part of the amazing year for second-year top 10 recipient E.J. Holland. Regional and national meets and record-shattering times garnered Holland much-deserved accolades. The former Ashland Grizzly, now Oregon Duck, was the only 2019 top 10 unanimous vote getter. He took 6th place at the Nationals and set records in both seasons, track and cross country. He broke his own record several times along the long and winding road. Among his awards included being chosen for the All-USA Boys Track and Field team from USA Today High School Sports and Track and Field News. While winning his 2nd state cross-country title, he also led his Ashland Grizzlies to their first team title in 26 years. Congratulations to the 2019 Top 10 Award recipient, E.J. Holland. The 9-member selection committee had another tough time narrowing down the 2019 Mail Tribune Top 10 stories. Spectacular individual efforts, incredible seasons by players impacting a team's year, and dominating performances of local standouts highlighted this year's recipients. Congratulations to all the nominees and recipients of the 2019 Mail Tribune Top 10 Stories of the Year.
Well, we welcome you back here to halftime. We've fed the kids in the student section some crispy, crunchy chicken from My Circle K. We'll show you a picture of that coming up in just a minute. But I want to tell you, 30-16 at the half. I don't think that's what Dave Hancock expected coming into tonight's game. Number 11 in the state, undefeated in conference, 7-0. They got North Medford at their place, Cooch's Court, earlier in the year. They're down by 14, but by no means does that make them out of it. And we're going to get ready to take off. We'll come back in just a moment, right after this here on Table Rock Sports.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
And we welcome you back. Time for the second half as we go into the third period here. North Medford with a 14-point lead. South Eugene will have the ball first at the half-court stripe. They will get the ball inbound. Some backcourt pressure there. Not really, but they made it look like it was. It's Harris coming down with Bernal on him. As they move along, we're back into the second half now. That one's going to be it's going to be a travel underneath. 7:49 to go here in the third. We're just underway for the third period. Thanks to PlayMedford.com for being our halftime sponsor. Brought you that great presentation by the Mail Tribune's Top 10 Plays of the Year and Players of the Year. So congratulations to E.J. Holland, the Male Athlete of the Year. Gabby Sandoval, the Female Athlete of the Year. Dave Tossenson, the Official of the Year. Oh, nice move, Landon Ellis. Woo! He has had some strong ones. Capture that replay for Joe Brett. That'll be on tonight's Friday Night Fast Breaks coming up at 11:10. North Medford now 32-16. They've got South Eugene doubled up. Ellis kicks it out. Carpenter wants three. Doesn't get it, but he draws the foul. He'll shoot three. That's a different way to get three. Carpenter. Boy, it got quiet. Didn't make the first one. I think it startled him. Jet now getting ready. 32-16. Didn't make that one. Well, it's a good thing they gave him three. Maybe he can make one out of three here. Tough shooting at the line. 0 for 3 at the line there. South Eugene down by 16. I can guarantee you that won't last long as Coach Hancock's team going to start driving and penetrating the ball. They kick it back out. They get it out there to Bryant. Back door, and it's in by Bryant. I told you. Jarrett for two. He's got two this period, two last period. Ellis now going to take Dyer's screen. Moving it back around. 32-18 our score here early in the third. Missed shot opportunity. Here comes South Eugene back the other way. Little by little, that's how you chip into leads like that. You got to just consistently play the game you're playing. Don't change how you're playing. Like that right there is how you do it. Nicely done by Josh Paul. He's got 8 on the night. Woo! And then that comes back with a 3. 35-20 is our score as Carrick hits another 3. Into the corner, Paul going to take it baseline, dishes it out. Clark. That's a nice little dish right there. Aiden Clark, believe it or not, his first points of the night. Ellis off the screen. Oh, he breaks the double team. Oh, Paul knocks it out of bounds. That would have been a nice little pass play there. See the kids over there licking their fingers after eating the chicken. Nice little floater. Dyer goes in for 2. Bernal guilty of the foul. Harris will go to the line, shooting 2. Makes the first. First points of the night for Harris. And Coach Plankenhorn just got teed up for going above and beyond the call of duty and making a point to the official. So now Harris will shoot, let's see, at least 2 more. And they'll have the ball. 37-23. Not that one. Doesn't make that one. So between him and Carpenter, that's 5 missed free throws. That's not a good thing. And he sinks that one. So that could have been a lot worse than it was, but they're still going to have the ball. It's a 13-point lead out of all that. And they inbound it now. Bryant inbounds, look for Harris. It's going to go back deep. Almost lost the control there. Bernal with him at the half-court line. Josh Paul. Oh. Harris, ball's tipped. Clark is there for the impeccable touch. That's his 4th point of the night. There's a steal by South Eugene. You can't get sloppy with your passing against these guys because they'll do that. Oh, that was a double defensive play. They're going to say the second one was a foul. And Victor Orozco Bernal going to be charged with that one. Three team fouls for the Black Tornado. 1 team foul for the Axe here in the second half. 4:49 to go in the third period as he sinks it. And Edwards with the point. Into the game now for the Axe of South Eugene in their purple uniforms, black letters. Dyer back over to Ellis. Ellis, who's had some great moves down the lane earlier this game. Here he goes again, pulls it back out. Nice open shot for Dyer. It's in for 3. Bryce Dyer, 5 on the night, 3 right there. None bigger than that one. (40-28). Clark back to Harris, back to Clark. Down low to Paul, off the backboard, no good. Carpenter comes down with it. He's been known to take it all the way by himself. Ellis kicks it back. Dyer says, ooh, another one won't be bad. Oh, and he loses it. Ellis comes away with it. Wow, that's a pachinko machine. Playing Klinko on Price is Right there for a minute. Ellis picked up on the outside. Goes up, doesn't get it, but he's going to draw the foul, and he'll shoot 2. Ellis goes down pretty hard. He's sitting down there for a second. They get him up, and he'll go to the line to shoot. Josh Paul takes his first foul for the 3 periods. He's got 8 points on the night. And Landon Ellis steps to the line with 3:36 to go here in the third with a 40-28 lead. Chance to extend that. Hush comes over the crowd as he puts that one in. Ellis was 7 on the night. Chance to make it an even number here. Floats it in. Stoltz comes back in. Josh Paul inbounds the ball to Harris, and here come the Axe. As we approach the 3:30 mark here in the third period, it's Harris picked up by Bernal. Bernal, wide arm span, gets it out there. Josh Paul, watch him because he'll make that break for the line. turn around, nobody there to pass to. They get it down low, kick it out, looking for Bryant, not there. Pass it outside to Bryant. He's got some moves too. Stoltz there on the double team. They come back to Harris. Harris picked up by Bernal. Floats it down, not there. Back door. 3 in the key. And they turn it over. Coach calls for 2 up. Gets it to Stoltz. Little jumper. Stoltz. Oh, almost. And nice try by Carpenter to try to get the inbound, but he just couldn't make it happen. Ellis checking back in as the Eugene Axe inbound the ball. We're in the third period here from North Medford High School. Glad you could be with us on this Table Rock Sports broadcast. Thanks to Travel Medford for being part of our world. Lots of stuff going on. Check out playmedford.com. Kicks it in the corner. Carpenter wants another 3, and he's got it, and he'll shoot 1 for 4. Carpenter. He knows how to construct 3-pointers. That's a tradesman joke. He's at the line now with a chance for a free throw to make it a 4-point play. And he does. Bryant into the corner. Josh Paul, watch him because he'll backdoor you with that baseline. He'll draw you out this way, and then he'll take the screen like that, and there he goes. Harris, Bernal, good coverage on him. Can't get it. Bernal with the rebound. Here they come. He's got Stoltz in front of him. Ellis back there. Floats it up. Gets it. Ellis. Ellis with 10 on the night. Calling for some defensive help there. You don't want to give it to Paul. 3-point attempt, not going to go. Carpenter with the rebound. Outlets to Ellis. Here come the Black Tornado with a 20-point lead. Bet the Hancock and crew did not see this coming, 20-point lead. Now they just got to keep playing their game. And South Eugene's got to keep playing theirs and see what comes out. Both these teams looking to want to be co-champs. Oh, Ellis for 3. Dave Hancock says, I've seen enough. Let's take a timeout. We'll take one too. As we do, thanks for being with us. We'll be back right after this on Table Rock Sports in a moment.
The driver of the car that hit me is uninsured. Can I still make a claim? Oh, I know. LetUsFightForYou.com.
For several weeks, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission has shown you examples of good sportsmanship and bad sportsmanship. Here's why. 75% of youth athletes quit sports by the age of 13 because they're not having fun. 75% of rookie referees also quit each year. Why? Well, it's because of the way they're treated by coaches and parents. We can do better. We must do better. Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
How long will it take to settle my car accident case? Oh, I know. LetUsFightForYou.com.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us here as we get down close here to the end of the first period. Counting it down, North Medford with a 51-28 lead from the corner, off the rim, no good. Ellis with the rebound, and they keep the clock running and keep the momentum in their favor. Nice little house here tonight. Good student section. We know they're well fed. Crispy, crunchy chicken in their mouths. Stoltz! Yo, off the rim, no good. Bernal gets the rebound, dishes it back out to Carpenter into corner. Back to Carpenter, moving it around. They get it out. They'll back it out now. Under a minute 30 to go here in the third period. 51-28 lead. Floater by Bernal, off the rim, no good. Here they come. Josh Paul gets it out to Harris, and he loses it out of bounds. North Medford coming down now. We have a substitute, Trayson Neff coming in. He's going to replace Dyer. Get some fresh legs in there. Here we go, under 30 seconds to play here in the third period. North Medford with a 51-28 lead. Ellis with the ball, kicks it out to Neff. He's known to shoot from downtown. Carpenter says, all right, you want to bring me? I'll get you, Harris. I'll go left-handed on you. Here comes Bryant, picking up now on Ellis. Good defense by Bryant. Ellis floats it up, and it doesn't get it that time. He's like, what was that? He'll be shooting two at the line. 5 seconds left on the clock. 5.9 to be exact, but we can't show you the 0.9. Student section having a good time down there. I know they enjoyed their chicken. Wow, look how quiet it got. See, all of a sudden it was just like somebody said, shh. 52-28. Ellis with another point there. He's got 5 this period, 6 in the second period, 11 on the night. Dyer, Stoltz, Bernal gets it again. 53-28. There's a foul called, though. He'll be shooting two. See, and I don't get this here because he does get to shoot his 2 free throws, but because it's the end of the period, everybody walks off the court. Wouldn't you think it would be some mental pressure if there were people there? See, he just sinks it. I don't know. I don't know about that one, letting your guys leave the court. They should be there just to kind of psych them out. See, sunk both of those. So that brings us to the end of the third period. As we do, we take a look at the John L. Scott scoreboard. Glad you're with us here. Demi DeSoto along with Colton Treadway. And it is 53-30, North Medford with the lead. We're back after this. Stay with us here on Table Rock Sports. Glad to have you with us.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you. The driver of the car that hit me is uninsured.
Back to live action. Thanks to Schlesinger and de Villeneuve for being sponsors of ours. We do appreciate it as we get going here. As we change it to the fourth period with the 8 minutes on the clock and start it counting down as we're underway. 53-30, North Medford with the ball and the lead. On the out of bounds possession there, they will keep possession. Inbound to Ellis, 7:45 to go in the game. 23-point lead for the Black Tornado against the 7-0 South Eugene Axe in conference play. Ellis with a little jumper around. Ellis wants to take the three. Stoltz says, I'll take three, thank you. Just like that. Brennan Stoltz. Here they come the other way. Bernal kicks it back out. Dyer says, I want three. Sorry. Neff will kick it back out to Stoltz. I want three. Sorry. Botcher comes down with it. Here comes South Eugene back the other way. Paul with him. Gets it to Harris. Oh, and he stepped on the line. Bryant had it and didn't have anybody to pass it to, and his step when he came down was out of bounds. So as he came down, he could have thrown it, but he didn't get it away. Way down there, Stoltz going in, kicks it over. Neff, he likes those threes. Not this time. Stoltz gets the rebound, brings it back out, keeps it alive, keeps the clock running as we're coming down to the 6:30 mark here in the game. There's another one, and he'll go to the line again, and he's earning them tonight. Landon Ellis, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 points on the night, and he's not done. He's at the line. I know they call him free throws, but he's money. Just floats it up there. So Plankenhorn says, we want to get to 60 points in a game, which every indication says they might. $57-30 the score, 6:15 to go, and they like to hold their opponents under 50, which all indications say they might do that tonight too. But you never know. Ask Reggie Miller. Stoltz wants three. Stoltz gets three. There's their 60. And Hancock's going to call a timeout. And coach telling the students, like, come on, let's go, let's go. This is a win right here we need. We'll keep it right here because this is pretty exciting, folks. Glad to have you with us here. I want to tell you about the people who make it possible, like Schlesinger and de Villeneuve Attorneys. You know, Table Rock Sports is pleased to welcome a new sponsor this winter. Schlesinger and de Villeneuve Attorneys, they specialize in areas of personal injury, workers' compensation, medical malpractice, wrongful death, and other claims. And they've got offices in Salem, Eugene, Roseburg, Grants Pass, Medford, and Klamath Falls. Be sure to check them out. And you know, fans, you can stop into any of the 7 Siskiyou Cellular locations in Southern Oregon for a wide variety and range of wireless needs. For over 25 years, Siskiyou Cellular has been keeping our customers connected to people and things that matter most. Siskiyou Cellular, presenting sponsor of Table Rock Sports. Be sure to check them out. Also, too, the Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Sharp vision is important for your student-athlete on the field and in the classroom. Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon on Royal Avenue in Medford. Check them out. They can help you out with all your needs. That one's going to be 3. Josh Paul for 3. That guy's dangerous from no matter where he is. For him on the night, that is 11. One of the leading scorers in the conference. And there's a steal. He's not giving up. Dishes it off. Harris off the rim, no good. Here comes North now. They got 3-on-1. Kicks it in. Back out. Stoltz for 3. Oh, that was just pretty sitting in the city. Stoltz, I think he got the first down before he hit the ground, went down on his knee, before he rolled out of bounds. Well, he was the quarterback. $63-33. Inbounds, here they go. Coming down close to the 5-minute mark. North Medford with 4 team fouls. 5 team fouls for the Axe. Oh, good passing, jumping in the lane there is Butcher. Kicks it back. Josh Paul, left-handed, up and no good as comes down with Carrick on the rebound. Outlets to Ellis. Stoltz sitting in the corner waiting for that toss. Oh, little not a give and go. Oh, and he gets it again. What a night, what a night, what a night for Landon Ellis. Every time such a beautiful move. Wow. Papa Jerry in the stands loving that. Wonder if they're watching back in Boston. You watching in Boston? Huh? You out there, Jordan? You better not turn into a Red Sox fan. I know you're a Yankee at heart. Jordan Ellis going to medical school back in Boston. Oh, there it is. Ellis, just 2s and 1s, 2s and 1s, 2s and 1s all across the scoreboard tonight. Doubling them up again. This time it's 66-33, a 33-point lead for the Black Tornado. Harris gets it down to Clark. Back to Harris. Oh, almost loses it. Paul. Boy, he can handle that ball well. He really can. They're going to say it was tipped, and they'll keep it there as Bryant tried to go up with the reverse hand layup. Couldn't quite get it to go. They're going to bring Robustelli back in, it looks like, in for Neff. Good job by Neff, playing some good minutes. Get this student section going. They're busy on their phones. Oh, Clark. And he gets it. That's a good job by Clark, staying tough in the lane. He's got 6 on the night. 66-35. Ellis again, and he draws the foul again. Mr. Ellis, oh, how you compel us. When Danny Berger, former Black Tornado, was playing ball in Germany, he would send me some clips of broadcasts there. And the German broadcaster would say, "It is the Danny Berger show." Well, this is the Ellis show here. Makes it again. Mr. Ellis, wow, what a night. 69-35, North Medford with a good lead here right now with 3:50 to go. South Eugene, Aiden tries to get the back door. Clark steals it. Ooh. And looks like Mr. Hancock's bringing in some subs here in a second. He's bringing in some other guys. I think he's kind of conceding. Bernal can't get it. Clark with the outlive rebound gets it to Bryant. Bryant taking on Sherborne. Sherborne comes up with it, gets it over to Bernal. Outlets it to Robustelli. As we're approaching the end of this run, don't forget, coming up tonight, we'll have the Sherborne has it stuffed. He laughed at it. He goes, "I knew he was going to do that." That guy's 6'8". What's he going to do with it? Oh, in and out, no good. Sherborne rebounds it while he's sitting on the ground. That's hard to do. (69-35) our score at the moment. North Medford is in the bonus. Robustelli gets it around. Jet tries to dish it out. Can't sweat it that much, Coach. You're up by 34. The home crowd sitting here pretty happy. Good performance by the boys tonight. Carpenter with the rebound. He's hustling. He's not done. Backs it out. Ellis now looking for the screen. Follows it. Kicks it over to the corner. They're just going to play cat and mouse out on the perimeter now. Just kind of take some clock time. And that'll draw the foul there. Let's see. It's going to go against Botcher. Bryce Bitcher. Bernal comes out. Landon Ellis, what a night for him. Let's see what he ended up with. He ended up with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23 points by my count. Doesn't go. 69-35, but there's a steal. Carpenter floats it up, doesn't get it, puts it back up. That's going to be just shooting 2. The second shot won't count. Minute 59 to go, 24-point lead for the Black Tornado. With this one here, make it a 24-point lead for the Black Tornado. Or should I say, keep it a 24-point lead for the Black Tornado. Carpenter with an opportunity to make it a 25 spot. And he does. So Carpenter comes out of the game, and Carpenter tonight, 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 16, 18. He's got 20 plus. Two guys with 20 plus points. South Eugene. There we go. Neff comes down with the rebound. Going to bring it down to the outside now as North Medford counting away the time. They're getting ready to bring in Connor Goodrich. Carrick says, I want 3, and he gets it. Carrick with 3 3-pointers. Come on, people. Approaching the 1-minute mark here, 73-35. That one off the rim, no good. Dyer with the rebound, outlets it to Sherborne. Sherborne coming down with the left hand. Gets it down. Neff. Cross court, gets it over to Dyer. Dyer to Robustelli. And Goodrich in the game now, so all the night crew. Oh, they're going to get Sherborne on the foul. That was a good hustle effort, though. Dawson Sherborne hustled from behind, tried to time the grab, got some hand with it. And that'll send South Eugene to the line. 73-35 is our score here right now. North Medford with a big lead. And could be what could be considered an upset over the undefeated in conference South Eugene Axe. 18-4 overall, sitting at number 11 right now. And they really wanted this win for their RPI to help them get into that top 10. As the playoffs draw near, both misses. Dyer outlets to Neff. Here they come, under a minute to go. Neff with it, looking around. And these guys, you know, the thing here, these guys, Goodrich and Dyer and Neff and Sherborne, these guys want to score like that. Neff with the 3. It doesn't get any better than that. 76-35. Robustelli with some good defense out there on the perimeter, picking up on the outside Oscar James. James gets it over to the other side to Edwards. Edwards comes around. Picked up there by Sherborne. Gets it back out on top to Sanders. Sanders looking in, kicking over to the inside. Good play there. Up and not going to go. Back again with his own rebound. Good job there by Nelson, sorry. Can't read my own writing. Connor Goodrich gets the foul. He got quite the ovation when he came in. So my clock ran out, but there is actually 4 seconds left in the game. 76-36 now. That one off the rim, no good. That'll start the clock. And there it is, North Medford with the win, a big one that they wanted to have, and they got it at home. As we take a look at the John L. Scott scoreboard, as the teams get ready to shake hands, 76-39 is the final. North Medford with a huge win. Scott Plankenhorn will be joining us here momentarily as we get ready for the big handshake there. And that is huge. We'll take a break. We'll come back and wrap it up. We'll have Coach with us here in just a moment. Stick around. We'll be back after this.
The driver of the car that hit me is uninsured. Can I still make a claim? Oh, I know. LetUsFightForYou.com.
For several weeks, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission has shown you examples of good sportsmanship and bad sportsmanship. Here's why. 75% of youth athletes quit sports by the age of 13 because they're not having fun. 75% of rookie referees also quit each year. Why? Well, it's because of the way they're treated by coaches and parents. We can do better. We must do better. Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
How long will it take to settle my car accident case? Oh, I know. LetUsFightForYou.com.
Just something funny.
All right, so there you can see the score. We'll change the graphic there. We'll get it back to this one so you can see it. Coach Blankenhorn, now, as I remember, you said the goal is to score over 60 and to hold the opponents under 50.
Under 50.
And that happened.
The defense finally showed up. That's why I told them somewhere mid to late third quarter, fourth quarter, where we had it going on and playing really good D. I said, this is the team we've been talking about for a long time because we know we have offense, but we finally have defense. And now you see what happens. I mean, you're not going to do that every night, but that's the league leader, and you held them to 39. They average over 60-something points. Just an amazing job by the guys buying into what we talked about doing. And the funny thing is, like we said, I was joking with the guys on the sideline a little bit, is nothing like a little baseball at Wednesday's practice after we had that tough loss. We just didn't really practice. It's just a fun basketball game that's got baseball rules, and you draft and you put people out there and they play. It's just a fun game, and we had a lot of energy for after losing to Sheldon. Like I said, it was heartbreaking. It wasn't just a loss. It was a heartbreaking loss, and we needed something, and we found that, and I'm glad it turned out that way, because sometimes when you're doing it and you're not practicing, you don't know if it's going to help or not, because we literally took a day off. I mean, we're playing basketball and doing basketball things, but it's not preparing for your league opponent. And I didn't think we needed to prepare. I just think we needed something to get away from what happened and just have some fun and camaraderie and energy level. And it was an amazing day. Then we came in yesterday, had a good focused practice, and we got a nice win.
Yeah, it was about basically just letting them be gym rats. And, I mean, they played tonight, and they got South Eugene out of their rhythm.
Yeah, we did a great job on the defensive end. We really squashed all the driving lanes, and then we finally cut dribblers off for the first time this year. We just haven't been doing that. We just been working a lot on cutting dribblers off with our feet, moving our feet, making things difficult,
Especially
and then
like
rebounding
Josh
the basketball. And then, you know, it doesn't go that way if Landon Ellis doesn't play the way he did. I mean, that was just a mismatch for them. They had no answer for what he was bringing today, and we just kept going to him.
And he kept every move he did was a spin here, a curl here, and then how many and ones did he have tonight too?
I don't know. He, like I said, it became a good issue for us. We saw that, we liked it. I thought it was going to be something we were going to try, and once it was going well, we weren't going to go away from it.
Yeah, just a great one there. So how important was that in the scheme of standings and playoffs there, that win?
Well, like I told you, now we still need help to get that tie, and we got to win games, but at least we did our job. We beat the league leader, and then we got South Medford and Roseburg. So we got to take care of our business and try to win a couple games and see if we can't get at least one home playoff game. That's the goal right now. It'd be nice to get some kind of league tie, but it really is the goal to get to that stuff.
Well, now coming in now, you had two players over 20 points tonight. I mean, that's kind of nice.
That's amazing. What Landon had? What?
Landon had 24 by my count.
Okay.
And then Jet had 22 by my count.
Nice.
And then you had others coming in, and then again you had.
Oh, good old Stolze, man. He can stroke it.
Yeah, he came in making some threes.
He's in one of the top of the all-time three-point shooters. It's pretty crazy.
And then Neff there got hot at the end too. I mean, you had some guys making some shots, and you brought in what we called the night crew there, because it was all you brought in Connor and guys like that. And I mean, they want to play because it's their chance to get in and play some hard competition.
Exactly. So it was good. It was good all around. Like I said, I'm not even hardly sweating today.
Yeah.
Partly because I got a tee, and I didn't even try to get that, but it is what it is. And the boys stepped up when I had to sit there, and I think they even played better when I was sitting there. It was pretty amazing.
I might try that more often.
I do try that. It just doesn't work unless I've had a tee, it seems like.
Yeah, that's right. When you have to sit down and be quiet.
Exactly.
All right. Well, next coming up Tuesday night, South Medford here, the big black and blue. So you got to get ready for that. And after that, Roseburg on the road, right?
Yep. 2 more for sure. And then I think that might have gave us a playoff game for sure right there by winning that one. So I think we got at least 3 more games for these seniors, and we're trying to figure out how to keep playing so we can get an extra week or 2.
There you go. All right, well, you'll catch the highlights tonight on Friday Night Fast Breaks. Joe Brett was here with the highlight machine. We'll see that later, too. We're going to take a quick break. We'll wrap things up here on Table Rock Sports. Stay with us. We're back after this.
The Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery provide professional, personal, and compassionate care for their patients. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls practice the full scope of services, from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and much more. For more information or to schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781.
And we bring you back down. Somebody just called me from downstairs wearing a Boston hat. How dare them? No, that's Jason Brothers. I love Jason Brothers, but he's wearing a Boston hat, so he just went down on my list of priorities. But anyway, Coach Blankenhorn there coming at us, 76-39, the final on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Oh, I'm sorry, 78-39. I didn't get that last bucket on there. Just make sure we don't want to cheat the boys out of that. 78-39 the final. I'm sorry. But it is a great, great opportunity for Scott Blankenhorn, as he said. There you have your final. Thing that came out of this was how Norris played defense, and Coach said that. It was a great thing that he did and a great way that they did it. We want to thank the people that helped make this possible, people like Bill's Glass. You know, they've been in the industry for many years in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. The Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, thank you to them, and Drs. Savage, Clevenger, and Rajagopal. The Lithia Superstore on Highway 62, go in, check them out online, work with their great staff. Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Would also like to thank the Southern Oregon Sports Commission, getting people to know their role. Schlesinger and de Villeneuve attorneys, also Siskiyou Cellular, along with the Medford Parks and Recreation folks who bring our halftime report, and Travel Medford. Because of those folks, you guys aren't paying for this, and it's a good thing. Coming up Tuesday night, we've got basketball north and south. Tomorrow, coming up, Chris Janish is up at the Tualatin Swim and Racket Club, where they have the state swimming championships going on all day today and all day tomorrow. That's on the NFHS network. You can check it out and do that. Be sure to join them for that. We thank you for being with us. I'm Deputy Soto with Colton Treadway, and we thank you for being with us here tonight and watching this free TableRockSports.net game. And you can watch a replay of this game for free. We'd like to thank North Medford High School Athletic Director Patrick Grady for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net and today. And special thanks to head coaches Dave Hancock and Scott Blankenhorn for joining us on the Bills Glass Coaches Corner. Our next Table Rock Sports production will be Tuesday when it's the North-South game here. See if we can get Boomer to join me. Check out some great features on the website and join us on TableRockSports.net for that, and at Table Rock Sports on social media. We hope you enjoyed this free broadcast made possible by our sponsors' support. And thanks to Crispy Crunchy Chicken from My Circle K for feeding the student section once again. Boy, they had some happy faces. Coming up in just a few minutes, it seems like, is going to be Friday Night Fast Breaks. I'll be with Joe Brett, and we'll be having highlights and more coming up. That's on KTVL Channel 10 after News 10 at 11. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard, 78-39. North Medford with the big win over the previously undefeated in conference South Eugene Axe. And this has been a special presentation of Table Rock Sports. With Colton Treadway, I'm Deputy Soto saying thanks for watching and good night from North Medford High School in Medford, Oregon.